Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. Unsettled weather and severe thunderstorm chances will continue to expand across much of the central U.S. over the next few days. Active fire weather pattern to emerge over the southern high plains today. Above average temperatures shift from the Great Basin to the plains, while the east and west remain cool through the end of the week. Closer to home, the National Weather Service has issued a red flag warning in effect from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. today for strong winds and very dry humidity. A red flag warning means that critical fire weather conditions are either occurring now or will shortly. A combination of strong winds, low relative humidity, and warm temperatures can contribute to extreme fire behavior. Windy conditions are expected today through Saturday, with the strongest winds today and Saturday. It'll still be breezy on Sunday, but much more tranquil, but warm conditions are expected for the next week. Eastern areas have a slight chance for showers or storms beginning on Tuesday. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. First off, as a reminder, today is Wear Purple Day in order to honor military kids. The Alameda Park Zoo is having a very busy month this month. Brew at the Zoo is coming up on April 26th. I spoke with Hector.
We're going to have a country band to Moon Junction. We're going to have a dance floor for people to take advantage of if they choose to have a ball dance the night away. We're going to have 4 breweries. We're going to have about 5 to 6 food trucks and drink vendors. And, of course, we're going to have craft vendors.
Check out the City of Alamogordo Facebook page for more details. The Alamo Senior Center is gearing up for a dance for Mother's Day.
It is open to the public, and the tickets are only $10. And there is, we have music by Lenore. We'll have tea, sandwiches, and light refreshments and dessert. So it's going to be a really good time.
See the Alamo Senior Center Facebook page for more information. Kitty City will be at the mall this Saturday along with Animal Control.
Come to the White Sands Mall Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Kitty City and Alamogordo Animal Control will have both cats and dogs available for adoption.
Kathy Denton from Kitty City. The Kitty City, New Mexico Facebook page has details. The website has profiles of available cats. La Luz Bible Church would like to invite everyone to attend the Amy Shreve concert happening on Sunday, May 5th at 6 p.m. Amy plays the harp and sings and seeks to lead the congregation into worship. Sometimes she's even accompanied on guitar by her husband, Gary. The concert is free, and that's at La Luz Bible Church. Animal Village NM continues to provide dog and cat food for families in need.
Thanks to our donors, we were able to provide more than 700 pounds of cat and dog food to these food banks.
Sonny Aris speaking with Crazy Radio.
In Alamogordo, contact Love Inc., 1106 Ohio Street, next to Lowe's Market. In Ruidoso, contact Lincoln County Food Bank, 138 Service Road, first times and days of operation.
More information is available by visiting animalvillagenm.com. Well, today is Thursday. It's time for a Thursday Thought from our good friend, Pastor Lauren Noble.
Good morning, 95.1 listeners. This is Pastor Lauren with our Thursday Thought. You know, since 1937, more than 2,000 people have jumped from the Golden Gate Bridge, though about 30 of them survived, but they were quite physically messed up. So it is almost a certain death to jump from that bridge. Several years ago, a man walked several miles to the bridge, climbed up on the apex of the bridge, and jumped. When authorities went to his apartment searching for clues and something that would indicate the cause, they found a short, simple note that read, "If someone smiles or speaks to me today, I won't jump." Presumably, that never happened, as they know that the fellow did jump. But I know, speaking to the mirror here, it's really easy to get caught up in the busyness of life and to think, well, I don't really know them, or how are they going to react to it? They're a stranger to me. And so we don't passively say hello or give them a smile, and it can make a huge difference in their life. I remember when I was down there in the village working at the dumps that a fellow came in one day and he seemed really depressed, and I thought, I'll talk to him a little bit. And so I had small talk with him and got him laughing about something. I don't recall what now. But as he was getting in his vehicle, he turned and said, thanks. I was going to go home and blow my brains out today, but I think I can make it another day. And I'm glad I had that opportunity. I'm glad that I took time to speak to him and to say hello and to get him laughing about something, because it's easy to not do that, and everyone needs a smile and a hello, and we do not know what is going on in their life, if they're depressed or they're having a mental state of some kind that is causing them to think suicide, but we need to be careful to always, and cautious to always say hello and give a smile, because they do not take any effort from us, really, and they can mean a lot to somebody else. Help me say a prayer for us. Lord, help us to make the time and to take the time in the busyness of our life to speak and smile to even strangers we do not know, and extend our graciousness and love, because we do not know their mental state, and maybe that is what's going to save them, at least get them through today. Amen. Until we meet up on the airwaves again, blessings to you. Remember to smile and say hello.
Give a smile. They're free. News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Local news from local perspectives from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.com. Local sports, local events, and local happenings, and more. Owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.com. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
A judge handed down 2 life sentences to a man who pled no contest to a double murder. John Paul Vallejos was accused of killing 31-year-old Daniel Humphrey and his 49-year-old aunt, Sonia Tenorio, in early September 2022. Officers found Humphrey and Tenorio shot to death when they arrived at the scene. Police arrested Vallejos the day after the shooting occurred. Vallejos entered the no contest plea in December, and the judge sentenced him on Tuesday. U.S. Senator Martin Heinrich was able to question U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland in a key hearing before the Senate Appropriations Subcommittee on Commerce, Justice, Science, and related agencies. Heinrich wanted to know if the U.S. Department of Justice was able to have further success with law enforcement with relation to provisions in the bipartisan Safer Communities Act that he authored along with U.S. Senator Susan Collins of Maine.
As you know, Vice Chair Collins and I worked very hard on a number of provisions in the bipartisan Safer Communities Act with respect to both straw purchasing of firearms and then also gun trafficking offenses. Can you give us an update about how the department is using those new offenses and what progress you're making on that front?
Attorney General Garland explained that there has been progress under this act.
That act is really the most important gun legislation in decades and has already had significant impact on our ability to prevent guns from falling in the hands of people who are prohibited by Congress from obtaining them because of their dangerousness.
Oh, bullspit. Attorney General Garland continued to explain the so-called success of the implementation of this act.
As a consequence of the act, which extended the background checks for people under 21, we have been able to run 245,000 enhanced background checks, and we have denied 700 transactions, which otherwise would have gone through. 700 people who should not have guns because Congress has so declared. And with respect to the straw purchasers provisions, we have charged more than 420 defendants now with illegal straw purchases under provisions of the BISCA and associated statutes we have on straw purchasing.
You know, this act clearly only affects law-abiding gun owners. When are they going to start targeting criminals? I know, far too radical. The University of New Mexico is one of many schools around the nation where students have set up pro-Palestinian encampments as a form of protest against the ongoing war in Gaza. A few dozen students, alumni, and community members were gathered at the UNM Duck Pond under tents with tables, signs, and camp chairs. The protest is in step with others around the nation at more than a dozen schools from Massachusetts to Michigan to California.
This was inspired by the divestment campaigns and particularly solidarity encampments at other universities.
UNM pre-med student Johanna Chong speaking with KUNM.
It was important for me to realize that I could also stand up and I could be part of the moment as well. And that whatever we are sacrificing in terms of the privileges we may have in the future, it's nothing compared to the genocide.
Does she not realize that she's calling for genocide by siding with Hamas, a terrorist organization? Campus police arrived to give protesters notice that having an encampment on campus violates university policy. Those demonstrating agreed to pack up the tents and bedding, but did remain on site. Rust armorer Hannah Gutierrez-Reed was processed yesterday by the New Mexico Corrections Department. On March 6, she was found guilty by a New Mexico jury on one count of involuntary manslaughter for the deadly onset shooting conducted by actor Alec Baldwin of cinematographer Helena Hutchins in October 2021. Bugs have infested both Valley Elementary and Middle School in Ribera, that's in San Miguel County. Some students have reportedly become sick, possibly due to exposure to pesticides, while faculty states that this has been an annual problem for some time. Christopher Gutierrez is the superintendent of West Las Vegas School District, and he says parents and staff were alerted about the problem through their notification system. He also states that there's an exterminator who sprays the school twice a month, but an anonymous elementary school teacher who spoke with KOAT says otherwise.
To spray a whole school, the gym and everything takes more than an hour and 15 minutes because he hadn't even set up yet to spray. So I don't think the superintendent is being honest with you.
Officials cannot confirm or will not confirm what type of bugs were seen at the school, which continues to leave staff worried and many questions still unanswered.
Students are missing school because they're immune compromised or they're getting bitten by the bugs, and we still to this day don't know what kind of bugs we're being bitten by. We could be carrying Lyme disease and other things that we don't know what we're being bitten by because they haven't told us.
Any exterminator worth his salt would be able to identify the bugs, so I kind of agree with what the teacher's saying. School officials do not plan to shut down the school, and they also claim that there have been no reports of teachers or students being bitten by any of these bugs. Whew, I got the heebie-jeebies now.
Sick!
Sports and weather next. You're listening to Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 25 games for Mexico softball today, including Santa Teresa at Chaparral, Dexter at Ruidoso, and Mescalero comes to Tularosa. Wow! Go Lady Cats! There are 28 games for New Mexico baseball today, including Capitan at Mescalero, and Chaparral heads to Santa Teresa. The National Weather Service has issued a red flag warning in effect from 11 until 9 p.m. today for strong winds and very dry humidity. A red flag warning means that critical fire weather conditions are either occurring now or will shortly. A combination of strong winds, low relative humidity, and warm temperatures can contribute to extreme fire behavior. Your Crazy Radio spot on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny and windy with patchy blowing dust in the afternoon. Winds could gust as high as 44 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear and windy with patchy blowing dust until around 8 p.m. Winds could gust as high as 38 miles per hour. Tomorrow, sunny skies with winds gusting as high as 29. Your high today in the basin, 79. Low tonight of 47. High tomorrow, 76 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny and windy with gusts as high as 55 miles per hour. Mostly clear and windy tonight with winds gusting as high as 48. Sunny and windy tomorrow with gusts as high as 43. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 57. Low tonight of 33. High tomorrow, 53 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.com, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. Well, that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.